Good evening. Welcome to Rocket Stadium, where we have Varsity Girls Soccer home opener. Rose Hill Rockets taking on the Winfield Vikings. Starting the game off 0-0, just a couple of minutes into the game. We had JV that was abbreviated to just a half tonight, so our game's starting a little bit sooner than anticipated. Rockets moving from right to left in red and black kits, Vikings in white and blue kits. Vikings have not got a win on the year yet. 4 losses and 1 tie, I believe. Rockets have 2 wins, 2 losses, started the year 2-0, and then had a couple of tough games last week in a tournament against Garden City and then against Andover. And they will look to avenge that Andover loss this Thursday when Andover comes to visit the Rockets here at Rocket Stadium. Girls soccer looking to have a continuation of last success from the last couple of years. Have lost some starters, but have replenished. And we'll see how they do tonight. On the attack, out of bounds, it will be a goal kick for the Vikings. Beautiful night, first half. We're about 35 minutes into it. And our first goal. Goal brought to you, I believe, by Brinley Liebel, but we'll wait for the call. I think so. That'll put the Rockets up 1-0 to start the game.
Goal for the Rockets, number 7, Brinley Liebel.
1-0 to start the game. And we'll let the Vikings kick off to get us going here. It's about 35 minutes left in the first half. Referees making sure everything's under proper control, and here we go. Rockets following up on success from the last couple of years, wanting to make a deep dive in the postseason. They are loaded on the senior front, and they have some new players coming to the team this year. So they have quite a bit of firepower. We'll see how that gels together as the season goes on. Getting into league play here, Claire Crosby trying to work the ball across. And here comes Winfield. They're going to call a trip on Rose Hill. And Winfield will get a kick from the middle of the field. You want to join us Thursday night as well, as we'll be taking on Andover. Like I said, trying to avenge a early season loss in a tournament last week at Eisenhower, where the ladies lost in PKs. Would love to have that one back. Throw in for the Vikings. Well defended by the Rockets, and they'll try to push it back down the field. Rockets up 1-0 here in the first half. Katie Leck chasing after the ball. Brings it back in. There's a push from Winfield, no call. Cross pass. And from Avery, I believe, and Claire was not quite able to get to it. We should have a throw in from out of bounds for Winfield. Don't forget, students are able to get in free of charge if they bought the student activity pass to start the year. And that'll get them to all 6 girls soccer games. Winfield winless on the year. On paper, the Rockets should make pretty good work of this game to get their stride back after a couple of losses that they thought they could have had wins out of. On the attack is Avery Hodovy. And Winfield knocks it out of bounds. Be a corner kick. Avery will go take that in the corner. Katie tried to nudge that in and just got to the left of the goal just a little bit. Be a goal kick for Winfield. In the 10 minutes we've been on the field, it's been mostly on Winfield's side. Our first soccer game of the year, we will constantly try to make adjustments to our camera to give you the best possible picture. Winfield goal kick goes outside, and it'll be a throw-in for the Rockets. A lot of experience on this Rockets team. Should be a fairly deep bench that Coach Kaba can work with. And been getting a full year in on their practice field. Middle school soccer is also off to a good start. There's now a single boys team and a single girls team, and a lot of depth coming up for the Rockets in soccer in the next few years. Out of bounds, there'll be a throw-in for the Vikings. Pretty good student section tonight here at the game. Concession stand is over. You know that is open. That means plenty of ice cream tonight. Student section letting their opinion be known, asking for a red card on pretty much every touch. Throw in for the Vikings. Like I said, on paper, this should not be a close matchup. You don't want to ever take a game for granted. But the Rockets should have a pretty good time of this game tonight and their ability to work the ball around the field and get their offense going. A little bit of rust, though. 5th game of the year. Like I said, they lost to Andover in PKs. I believe, if I have my scorekeeping correct, they were 0-0 going into PKs, and Andover walked away with it. Left-footed kick goes far from the net. It'll be another goal kick for the Vikings. Vikings have not had a lot of success with pretty much anything they've done tonight. Rockets are keeping on their side of the field. A couple of, well, that's, the goal kicks have just really, I'm not sure quite what to do with the Rockets, who are playing them very tight. Shot and a goal. Rockets up 2-0.
Goal for the Rockets, number 13, Kaya Kelly.
And Kaya Kelly adds to her goal total. She's had a couple goals already this year, of course. The lethal foot. And the Rockets are up 2-0 with 26-22 left in the first half. This kickoff went a little bit quicker than the first one did. Rockets up 2-0. And the Rockets will have a throw in. Right foot goes off the top crossbar of the goal. And a collision between two players. There's no call. And a goal goes in anyway.
Goal for the Rockets, number 19, Katie Leck.
And Katie Leck has made her presence known tonight. Rockets up 3-0 with about 25 minutes left. Kick out of bounds for the Vikings. Rockets will have a throw in. And we may have another goal here in a second. Cross. And we have a goal. Claire Crosby with a goal for the night. Nice cross pass from, I believe, Avery Hodovy.
Goal for the Rockets, number 16, Claire Crosby. Assist with a nice pass from number 9, Avery Hodovy.
And looks like we're going to have a change of lineup. The Rockets are up 4-0, 15 minutes into this game. If they go up by 8, this game will be over. So you might want to go to the concession stand now, because it is not promised to be there by the second half. Rockets up 4-0, 24-19 left in the game. Vikings have not been able to do pretty much anything with the Rockets so far. And Coach Cobb has brought in pretty much the entire bench to get them some more time tonight. JV was cut short to just one half, I believe, based off availability of Winfield. And I apologize. That is why we were late getting on the air. That is on me. Did not read about the time change. So here we are. But we will not let that happen again. Here we are. About 23 minutes left in the first half. Rockets are up 4-0. And Coach Cobb quickly changed out his lineup. We'll see what this lineup does with it, but his previous lineup was making really, really quick work of the Vikings. And a goal.
Goal for the Rockets, number 15, Keely Mellinger.
And Kaylee's got her goal for the night, so Rockets are up 5-0. So the change of lineup didn't really slow the scoring down yet.
Out there?
Yep.
Okay, that's 10.
That is 5 right in the middle.
Yeah, 5 in the middle. They just passed the ball.
And here come the
Now on
Rockets.
the field for the Rockets,
Working down
number
the field
1,
again.
Michaela Johnson. Number 4, Kennedy Martin. Number 5, Evelyn Swearingen. Number 6, Riley Croker. Number 15, Keely Mellinger. Number 18, Evie Ricchini. Number 22, Reagan McEwen. Number 24, Bryn Alexander. Number 32, Ellie Tiffany. And number 35, Addison Potter.
We have some Potter fans right in front of us. As they should be. So Rockets up 5-0. And we are only about halfway through the first half. It'll be a throw-in for the Rockets. And like I said earlier, the Rockets are very deep in their lineup. They've got a lot of options as they play this year. And with the previous, the JV game only going for one half, they've got some fresh legs that can get out there and get some more experience tonight. Because the further you go into the league, it's always nice to have more players to put out there, especially when they're getting tired as they get to postseason. And if you've got them, play them. And Rockets battling. Out of bounds on the Vikings. This is going to be a throw-in for the Rockets. Deflected off Winfield and goes back to the Rockets. And I don't think Winfield's been able to string together 2 touches on the ball yet. The Rockets have just been everywhere that Winfield wants to be. So continuing the strong tradition of strong, good soccer teams, both boys and girls. Here we go into this season. Girls up 5-0, and we are just now at the halfway point of the first half. Of course, if the girls get an 8-point lead into halftime, that'll be the end of the game. And the question at this point will be, does Coach Cabo want to extend that by not forcing the issue and giving them playing time for touches? Or does he end it tonight, give them a rest because they have a big game coming up in 2 nights against Andover here at Rocket Stadium? So if you want your ice cream, you should go get it now. There's no promise those walking tacos will be there in 30 minutes. There's no walking tacos? Okay, the walking tacos are gone. I've just been informed by my broadcast partners. But the ice cream's there? The ice cream's there. Let's just say it. Okay, concession stand is selling bottles of pop. Some candy. We may have sold out yesterday. Yesterday was swamped here at the middle school track meet, which, by the way, we will be hosting league track meet this year for high school, so that's pretty exciting. So Vikings trying to get something going. They're down by 5. And like I said, they have not put together 2 touches in a row on this Rocket team, no matter who's been in the lineup for the Rockets. And we have a drive. Oh, just led a little bit too far. Be a goal kick for the Vikings. Vikings taking their time on a goal kick. I don't blame them the way the game's gone. Well, since Kaylee's goal, the Rocket
Now playing
offense
for the
has
Vikings,
stagnated.
Number 10, Kate Siak.
But fortunately, they're playing a team that does not seem to have an ambition to get the ball across midfield or the ability. So we'll see what we can do here. Again, the question will be in the second half, does Coach Cabo bring back his starters to finish it off? Or does he let this group get some more playing time in? Goalie free kicks it, and the Rockets get it. Bit of a collision in the middle of the field. No call. Good no call. And the Rockets trying to lead on a pass, kick it out of bounds. So really not some clean offense for the last 5 minutes for the Rockets. Be sure to join us Thursday night live here at Rocket Stadium as the Rockets will be taking on Andover, attempting to avenge a tough loss from last week but a good game. And typically with our live broadcast, we will live stream the varsity games. We may have a junior varsity game here or there, depending on what our schedule's looking like. Ball's out of bounds. Winfield's going to throw it in. And I was asked if we were going to stream baseball games. That's my favorite sport. Would love to. Not a good setup for us to do that currently, but we're going to see what we can constantly do to evolve our broadcasting here. If you're watching the YouTube channel for the first time, hit the like and subscribe button if you would, please. So we are steadily growing our YouTube presence. Rockets up 5-0 with 15 minutes left, give or take. And Coach Cobb is bringing in some more players. So, Cobb, it looks like he's sent in without a roster right in front
Now
of me.
playing goalie for the Rockets, Kaya Kelly.
I'd say partial of JV and C team, and now in the goal for the Rockets.
Now playing for Rose Hill, number 0, Ramey Croker. Number 34, Andrea Loza Stenson. Number 31, Brooklyn Wade. Number 25, Mia Johnson.
So Coach Cobb has brought in some freshmen. He's got
Number 23, Noli Johnson.
Okay, Noli's in the game now.
Number 27, Ellie Williams.
Another freshman. And I think the headline here is Kaya Kelly's in a goal, which is amazing. So Kai cleared it out. And this will be one of the first times that Winfield has had the ball in Rocket territory. Coach Cobb giving as many players as he can some time on the field tonight, knowing he can pull the trigger and bring his starters back in anytime he needs to. But give as many players some experience as they can. We'll see how they do. About 12 minutes left in the first half. Since he has brought these players in right now, would not surprise me if he starts then the second half with his starters back in the game. We'll see. Busy time of the year, spring sports. Be sure and check out Rocket Athletics, or go to the school district website to look up schedule and times. Of baseball, track, girls swimming, boys badminton, and girls pickleball. Wouldn't that be kind of cool, though? Like a pickleball league amongst all these teams. I just think that'd be good times. Again, we are adjusting our camera since it's our first time up here in several months since soccer and football season ended. kind of like the NFL initiative for flag football. So we'll see if that would somehow trickle down to Rose Hill. Rockets tying it up on the far side against Winfield. And neither team making any progress on the other one. Rockets up 5-0. It's been that score for a while now. A goal kick for the Vikings. We may have a loose ball here. Left-footed kick. Couldn't get enough gas on it. But a good attempt. I believe it may have been Minoli. I believe Winfield's going to get called for a shove. Kick went right to the goalie. Not the best use of that possession. So quite a mix of Rockets on the field right now, just trying to put something together. Bit of a stalemate between these two sides. Winfield does not have the bench to empty out to put into their freshman team. They have what they have. Like we said, their JV game was abbreviated to 20 minutes. To just one half, excuse me. So 40. And we'll let both teams battle to the death on the far side, trying to get the ball down the field without going out of bounds, and it's not happening for either team. Again, neither team really taking possession of the game for the last 10 minutes or so. But the Rockets have got a very young team in right now. And you have a mixture of kids who have played rec and club ball, but played mostly. Some of the kids played from middle school. They have an idea what's expected of them, but getting into a game is good experience for them. And when you're up 5-0, that's a luxury you can have when you have this deep of a bench. Pretty clear shove from Winfield. Throw in for the Rockets. Barely out of bounds. Noli tried to sneak it by. Just another observation is that Coach Gaba is going to push for a lot of possession and not just kicking the ball down the field, hoping your speedsters take over, although he will do that from time to time. So controlling the touches is something that all of the players are going to have to learn as they go. And these are drills that he will work on repeatedly, is controlling the ball through touch and not just through speed and power. So there's a means to an end here. Your team is up 5-0. Good chance to give these players a extra experience. We'll see if our speedster can get it. She's got a little bit of space. Oh, almost got it by the goalie. Out of bounds. It'll be Rocket possession. Throwing for the Rockets. Goal kick for the Vikings. About 3.5 minutes left to go in the first half. The fans applauding what appeared to be a hockey play. That's where we're at in the game tonight right now. Yeah, throwing for the Rockets on the far side of the field. No, they're calling it offside. Should be a throw-in for the Vikings. We're just over 2 minutes left in this half. Should end 5-0. And then we'll see what Coach Kaba and Garver put together. What kind of evil plan they hatch. Unless the Rockets can squeeze in another goal here and put them up 6-0. Working across. Let's see if we can get a kick from the corner. Just about a minute and a half left. A nice kick to the goalie. I think for future games, I'm going to put a microphone down with the student section. But we're going to put it on a 5-second delay. One minute left. Ball stuck at midfield. Throw in for the Vikings. I'll tell you what, the young Rockets are doing a good job. They have not given up any ground as far as goals to the Vikings. They just haven't been able to string enough touches together to get a goal for themselves. But good time on the field they're doing. 5-0. 15 seconds left in the half. Five. That's the end of the first half. Rockets up over the Winfield Vikings 5-0. We'll take a break for orange slices and Gatorade, and we'll be right back in a little bit. back at Rocket Stadium. Looks like we got our starters back out, at least for a little while in the second half. And they are not playing terribly aggressive, so Kaba may have told them, take your time, work the ball around. We'll see how quickly they push the ball and push the issue. This group got up 4-0 within 15 quick minutes in the first half, so we'll see what they do. And this group is missing a couple of players tonight who are just not available, so we'll see how they do. Only fear tonight is a frustrated team that's down by 5, sometimes plays a little more aggressively on the physical side. So we'll see how they handle tonight. Down by so much. But it looks like Coach Kaba is having his team make sure they get as many touches in as they can. Not forcing the ball. They bring the ball back out. Yep. And this is going to be a glorified passing drill for a little while, which is not a bad way to play tonight. Not exciting for the fans. And I'm sure not exciting for the team either, but we'll see how long he has them go with this. I suspect after he's let them go for a little while, he will bring his bench back out and let them go full speed and see what they can do. But the philosophy of don't waste a lot of time with your game. You got it here. And I think Brinley took time to apologize. And now here she goes. Nope, bringing it back out. So keep away for a little while. In other news, congratulations to the University of Michigan for breaking the heart of Dan Hurley in UConn. In basketball. Don't care that Michigan won, but I'm thrilled UConn lost. Direct all your comments to, well, nobody really. If you have a comment, you should really just keep it to yourself. You'll be all right. And the student section is about to boo their own team for not scoring. So, yeah, they're just going to work on touches for a little bit. Which you have to wonder just a little bit, how does the opposing team feel being out there knowing they're nothing more than practice fodder. "36 minutes left in the second half. So 2 schools of thought here at this point. Let them finish it off quickly so everybody goes home. Which I believe most of the parents are in that school of thought. Second school of thought is you don't get this good a live drill practice anywhere else but here. Although they could Karate Kid 3 it. You know, or they get a point, and then they let the other team have a point, and then they get another point, and they just keep going back and forth like that, exchanging. I know it's the weakest of the Karate Kid movies, but point taken. Pulling it back. I would be curious if in the huddle, when they got together at halftime, if Shelby said, hey, okay, so here's what we're going to do. I want you to just do passing drills the whole time. I would be curious if we zoomed in on the girls' faces how many eye rolls took place precisely at that moment. We may have a... And the student section has now officially turned on the team. So Rockets up 5-0 with about 33 and a half minutes left to go in the game. What I do find interesting at this point is I don't know that Winfield has touched the ball in this half at all. Even in this game of keep away, it's either Winfield is compliant or they just can't steal the ball from them. And we'll see. Does Brindley just go for it? Nope. Back out. And let's start the whole thing over. Winfield with the steal. And back to the Rockets. As a coach, I call this playing with your food. They got it up to Avery, and I don't know that she was not offside at that moment, but I think the ref knew she wasn't going to score anyway. Back down to Avery. And back up top. Pass him back to the interior. The student section, I have to admire them. They're trying to talk the team into just openly disobeying their coach's instructions. And because I know a few of the girls, I know that it is in the back of their minds. I'm not going to say their names, but it's there. Winfield takes it and gives it back. We're about the 30-minute mark. The question will be how long does Coach Kaba feel like this is productive for his team? And I know him well enough to know he does not too concerned with if the fans like it or not. He's got a bigger picture that he's trying to accomplish here. This team did not set out this year to win against Winfield tonight, although that is part of the bigger picture. Their goal is to win the whole thing. And if that gets them to the end, they'll do it. They're just passing the ball around again. Playing keep away. Teasing the fans with a possible score that is not going to happen. Not yet, anyway. And when they finally go for the goal and miss, the crowd boos their own team. Goal kick. Student section imploring them to get a goal so they can have something to cheer for. Goal kick for Winfield. We're at the 27-minute mark. So, in case you're wondering, watching and saying, why aren't they just trying to score? They could just go to infinity. Once there's an 8-point lead after the second half begins, or just right before. Anyways, 8-point lead, the game is over. And so Coach Cobb is trying to soak every bit of juice out of this half for practice purposes that he can. Because they won't have every game like this. Thursday night will be a significantly tougher game against Andover, a team that beat the girls last week in PKs. So instead of just giving up on the night and saying go home, he's letting him get a little practice in. I doubt the girls are any more excited about it than the fans are. Although I will say, to their credit, they have kept possession of the ball pretty much the entire time. That might be a goal. Goalkeeper saves it. Although I don't know that Katie Leck was going full speed. Because if Katie Leck runs into you, you're going to know it. Fancy footwork by the referee to avoid the ball. Sending up to Avery, over to Katie. Nope, not quite the kick they wanted. Over to Claire on the far side. Claire tries to get it to middle. Back and forth they go. Where they stopped, nobody knows. Lead up. And the goalie just lost her shoe on the goal kick. I don't know that I've seen that before. She lost something. Okay, it'll be 5-0. Rockets, 23 minutes left. And I hate to say it like this, but the game is not even that close. This might do it. Avery pushed, and Avery's got her goal. 6-0 Rockets.
Goal for the Rockets, number 9, Avery Hotovy.
And coach is bringing in lineup number 2. And he had a third lineup he brought in toward the end of the first half. Grizzlies kick it off. Rockets in and get it. Grizzlies. They're not the Grizzlies. They're the Vikings. Excuse me. I'm looking at a schedule that involves Butler Community College Grizzlies. I'm multitasking. Throw in for the Vikings. 6-0 Rockets. If the score gets to an 8-point spread, the game will be over. That is the goal for most of the people watching. However, I do not think that goal is shared by the coaches at current. Throw in for the Rockets. So it looks like Coach Cobb is giving this group a very similar set of instructions, maybe with a little more of a green light to score. And they're going to give it to the Vikings to throw in. And she's kind of tossed it in, hoping for the best. Barely out of bounds. It'll be a Viking throw in. Under 20 minutes left to play. And the Rockets will continue to pass the ball around, kill more clock, try to get some footwork in, passing time in. They're 2 goals away from ending this game early. Six-zero Rockets. Under 18 minutes left to go. Crossing it in. Oh, just wide. Another cross. Not able to get enough on the ball. 16 and a half minutes. And Winfield just not getting anything going against the Rockets tonight. They're winless going into tonight, and unless something horribly cataclysmic were to happen, they will leave winless tonight. Rockets are 2-2 on the night. They'll leave 3-2. And again, hosting Andover on Thursday, which should be a decidedly more intense game than this. Cross pass, no good. Gets blocked by Winfield. And for anybody watching, wondering why the Rockets do not seem to be pushing the issue, Coach Kaba is taking advantage of this time to give them some passing time. He does not have his starters in right now. And toward the end of the first half, he brought in his third string to give them some playing time. His starters were able to get 5 goals, 4 in the first half, 1 in the second half. His second string did get a goal in the first half. And they've kept the ball on the Winfield side of the field. So Rockets are pushing the ball up, but just not quite getting what they're hoping for yet. Corner kick. Deflected to the goalie. Might have been to the goalie, but either way. Winfield Viking. Viking, because you're wondering, and I knew you were, was my mascot growing up. The Shawnee Mission West Vikings. Coach Glennemeyer is a Viking as well. That's right. You know who else is a Viking? Paul Rudd. Jason Sudeikis. Almost as famous as Glenny. Paul Rudd was a year or two ahead of me. Jason Sudeikis a year after me. And that's about all I got with that. What? Okay, only because I'm being asked. So we were all in forensics with a legendary coach, Sally Shipley. So once you're part of that program with her, you are part of the family. So when I was in forensics, I believe Paul Rudd came back a couple times to help the team. Again, would not have any idea who I am. And then after I graduated, I did judge Jason Sudeikis 1 or 2 times. And by judge, I mean I watched him and gave him some pointers. And clearly that is what has made his career take off. So that is my claim to fame. But where I was going with this is, Glennie, I think my favorite, because we had a slogan every year, my favorite one was take a liking to a Viking. Don't you feel like Winfield should do that? Anyway. The Valley View Vikings. Yes. Over by Taco Villa. Valley View over by Taco Villa. Still the greatest tacos ever. Uh-oh. And we have an offside. You are having a bad night when the first breakaway you have, it gets called back because it's offside. And we are about an hour into the game. Breakaway. Wow, some pushing and shoving. And the referee's calling Sick'em. I'm a little surprised from this angle. That was pretty clear extracurricular pushing. But, okay. It's probably a good thing it's not called because our team should probably get used to that kind of chicanery taking place when the games are closer. Still pretty blatant. Goal kick for the Vikings. Have not been really successful with these tonight. And still not. And they're going to say we touched it, so the Vikings will get the throw in. A lot of great stuff happening on in Rose Hill, if you're not aware. All 3 major campuses are getting additions, storm shelters that will also carry double duty. Primary school is adding some pre-K classrooms and a multipurpose room and some restrooms. Middle school is adding, well, they're repurposing some existing space and then adding in a multipurpose area. But they'll have a new lunchroom area for the students to go to. And then the high school, new weight room, wrestling room, and the band room is getting a renovation. Some additional space. It's going to be gorgeous, along with the new practice field, softball field, renovations to the auditorium. A lot of stuff going on to be excited about at Rose Hill. Nine minutes left to go in the game. I don't see that Coach Caba would put a red light on this group at all. So it'll be fire at will, as they've been trying to work the ball down the field anyway. Nice defensive play by Noli. Out of bounds. It'll be Winfield throw in. Wow. Wow. Mia got shoved to the ground from behind in all I can call a total cheap shot, and they're not doing anything about it except giving the ball to Rose Hill, which we already had the ball. That was a horribly not called play. Thankfully, Mia's up, but I'm just shocked that they're doing nothing about it. And we've had a little bit of that physicality ramping up over the last 10 minutes, but that was the most blatant cheap shot of the night. A lot of shoving from the side, but just to push a player from behind, really shocked they haven't done anything else about it. It could be because Winfield's so shorthanded. I don't know. I mean, they look like they have somebody who could be a warm body on the field when you're getting beat by 6-0. Well, play is stopped. Clock is under 6 minutes. Last minute substitution to, well, stall. Addison went for a lead. Goalie came out to get it, but Rockets kicked it out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick. And Coach Cobb is going to bring in his third string. Yes, it is. Coach is bringing in Varsity. I'm assuming to put an end to this and maybe make a point. Yeah, Varsity's back in. And I don't think they're out there to pass the ball around. I won't read into his motives. I would say what my motives were. And coach from Winfield is doing a couple last-minute substitutions. Kill the clock a little bit, 30 seconds maybe. Ref is stopping the clock because of how long it is taking this to take place. Yeah, this might be the first one. Yeah, I think, well, yes, Katie Leck with another goal.
Goal for the Rockets, number 19, Katie Leck.
But again, I think there's a little bit more going on here than just getting Varsity some time. There was a lot of shoving going on. I could be wrong. I don't want to read into coaching motives, but I think they just want this game to be over before somebody does get hurt. And all the team was doing a good job of maintaining, but I think coach is putting in his Varsity here to just end it. We're under 4 minutes left. Avery battling, keeps it in. No, I don't know. Winfield set up Rose Hill for a corner kick, and it's out of our angle. Looks like Claire's going to take the corner. Nope, Avery. Quick kick in. Cross. Maybe a little miscommunication between Claire and Avery, but it's out of bounds. Throw in for Winfield. And Brinley's taking it, pushing it up to Avery. And they're going to call offside. Under 2 minutes left. Nice pass up for Avery. Crossing over. Got it in. Exclamation point, end of match. I believe that was Kaya. It was Kaya. Kaya Kelly with her another goal
for the Rockets, number 13, Kaya Kelly with the assist from Avery Hodavi, number 9.
That put the Rockets up 8-0, and that will end the game. Your Rose Hill Rockets defeat Winfield Vikings. Truthfully, game could have been gone a while ago, but coach is letting them play on for a little bit with their practice. Be sure and join us back here Thursday night. Show up live. They'll be playing Andover. It'll be a significantly tougher game. And we will see you then.